What are you guys clapping for? Oh, okay. We're starting now. Hello, guys. I'm at Cambio. We're having a great time already. We were talking about all kinds of things. But we're going to continue talking about other things now because you guys sent a lot of questions. I can't even imagine how many, but the last 2 days, my Twitter has been blown up with questions. The first one that I always get is, do you see this message? So, yeah, I just did. Here we go. When are they going to release the full version of Shot in the Dark? That's a very good question. I hope everything that we've ever done gets released one day, like in a massive BTR compilation album or something like that, and then you guys can just go grab it real quick, and then you can listen to it forever. But I don't even have Shot in the Dark, so there you go. I know, it's right. It's like I performed that, so I don't even have it. Weird. What's the song you turn up loudly when the car comes? What's the song you turn up loudly in your car when it comes on? Super bass, right? I mean, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. It's just catchy. I love it. You know, interesting fact, that song was written like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it just sat there and nobody ever used it. And then she heard it, and now we all hear it. What do you guys think of Va Voom, her new song? It's cool. I mean, it's interesting, right?
I'm a hugest fan of that.
Have you heard Bass Nectar's Va Voom?
I don't know.
Do you know who Bass Nectar is?
No, who's that?
Educated.
He's like well, it's like drum and bass, I would say, DJ, but he kind of invented like that whole like sub bass kind of like wobble thing.
Yeah,
and he's been doing it for like, I think his name's Lauren, but he did a song called Va Voom with Lupe Fiasco. You should check that one out. Yeah. Best compliment you've ever received. Wow. Kendall, you're a nice guy. You know what? You're a good guy. I like that one. It's not a bad compliment to take. And I get that every once in a while. I try to be a nice person as often as possible. How do you describe Logan, Carlos, and James? All right. I mean, I don't know. Just in general, describe them. Logan always likes to have a good time. Living on the edge. Living on the edge. That's just how he lives. Carlos is very particular about everything. He has like a way about every little thing that he does, and like I remember when we were on tour, I was like, yeah, man, in South America, I was like, I'm collecting these flags, like I'm getting like these little mini flags, and he was like, cool, 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 cool. And then the next day, he's like, hey, does anyone have like a giant flag, like a really big version? And I was like, what are you doing with the big flags? He's like, well, I'm collecting them now. And I was like, what? Now you're... He literally was collecting flags. I think he was collecting T-shirts. He was collecting shot glasses, matches. So by the end of the tour, I think he probably had a suitcase just full of tchotchkes and collectibles. So that's Carlos. And James likes to do like cool, awesome things. He's like Speed Racer. Like you can see him when he's driving his motorcycle. He's like, haha, Speed Racer. Like, got the whole outfit piece, like from the helmet to the jacket to the pants, everything. And he's doing this new Bronco. I'm sure you guys heard about that sometime. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be pretty cool. All right. Will any of you guys be dressed up as a girl in BTR Season 4? You know what? I've done that. I'm good. I'm good. Who knows? Scott has a way about writing things like that, and we'll see. I just actually read the script for the first episode, and it's pretty funny. I think you guys are going to like it. And we start working on Monday, so here we go.
But you're not dressed up as a girl.
I might. No, I'm not dressed up. I can tell you. Spoiler alert! I'm not dressed up as a girl in the first episode. Sorry. I'm sorry. I know that was something you guys were all looking forward to. Here's a good one. Kendall, do you like Mexican food? Who doesn't like Mexican food? Do you like Mexican food? Yes? Okay, good. This is like Dora the Explorer, where I ask a question and then I'm just gonna wait and say, great! Can you find Strawberry Mountain? Very good, very good. They're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. How is Fahrenheit 451 your favorite book? I don't know how, but I will say that it's just a great book. It's interesting to read, right? Isn't it awesome?
Yeah.
It's just so fun to read, and like I always try to find books that are like that, but there's not a lot of books like that. So I actually got a lot of crap recently from the boys because when we were on tour, I started reading 50 Shades of Grey.
Why?
No, I didn't finish it. You want to know why? Because I read 80 pages, and the amount of crap that I got from them after just 80 pages was enough for me to close the book forever and not finish it. But you know what? Christian seems like a good guy, so I don't know. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I only read 80 pages. I wouldn't know. But evidently you read it, so, right?
I only got to 150.
Oh.
She keeps saying inner goddess, and I just didn't like that phrase.
Too much inner goddess for her. I don't know.
Inner goddess for me.
What do you think about Brazil and Brazilian rushers? Awesome. I mean, great. I didn't ever think in my life that I'd be able to go and play a show in Brazil, so that's awesome. Hung out in Rio. You guys are great. Sao Paulo, really cool. Like, huge major city. I didn't even know that it was like that down there. And also, I heard it's a great place to like have a condo, so I don't know. Maybe one day. Where's Kendall? Oh, he's in Sao Paulo. He's been there for 2 years now. Is he doing anything? No. He's just chilling.
Collecting flags.
Collecting flags.
Reading 50
He's
Shades of
crazy
Grey.
now.
And reading 50 Shades of Grey. And Fahrenheit 451 shortly after. Kendall, will you be going to Coachella this year? Yes. I can promise you if I can. I literally tell everybody ahead of time I'm not available. Like for those 3 days, can't find me, I'm gone. In fact, me and Logan went last year because I tried to convince Carlos and James to go, but I just don't think music festivals are their thing. Carlos was like, yeah, it's just too many people, like, trying to squeeze in between. And I was like, yeah, but that's like, the whole point.
Yeah.
So me and Logan took off, and we had to be at work at 6:30 a.m. the next day on Monday.
Yeah.
So I had never actually made it all 3 days of Coachella. It was like something always came up, whether it was I had to do something on Friday and I made it Saturday, or couldn't make it Sunday. So I was like, I'm staying all 3 days. I don't care what I have to do. So me and this is the Tupac hologram. And also, like, we worked with Snoop Dogg, so I was hoping to see him again. And we actually ended up hanging out with him after the show, so it was really cool.
Nice.
So I stayed all 3 days, and the only way for us to get back in time to shoot the show was to rent a helicopter.
No way.
I paid for it.
That's awesome.
No, I totally paid for it. It was like, it wasn't one of those things where it was like, oh, rent me a helicopter. It was like, Kendall, rent yourself a helicopter. So I did, and at 4:45 in the morning, me and Logan were like this, flying back, and no one was there to pick me up either, so I took a cab to work.
Nice. That's the way to do it.
Cheers to that.
You going first weekend or second weekend?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't even gotten tickets yet, but I'm hoping because the label saves some, so I'm hoping I can just grab a couple. But I went first weekend last time, and it was like cold.
Yeah.
I remember I didn't have sufficient clothing for that, so I had to buy a sweater that was 4 sizes too small. It came down to here, and me and 3 of my friends had the matching sweaters because we were all cold. So we're running around Coachella with crop top sweaters matching, baby blue. So at least it was, for a guy.
And not the craziest looking person there either.
And actually, we look pretty cool. So,
It's Coachella chic right there.
Kendall, can I be your girlfriend? Yeah. Sure.
Say your name now.
Can I be your girlfriend? Just a Latin girl. Well, it's got a whole bunch of weird little things. No, it's one crazy mustache. No, actually, never mind. Never mind about that. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, that was a little trickery. Are you going on a summer tour? Yes, we are going on a summer tour. I hope I'll see you this summer. We're going to be filming until like April or May, and then I would assume we'd be going on tour right after that. So that's going to be fun. Get some other questions here. Stratford Legend. Yeah, at Stratford Legend, that's who it is. What advice do you have towards someone that feels alone because they've never been in a relationship and all their friends have? I didn't mean to bring the tone down at all right there. I just happened to pick that question. Not that complicated. Be happy, you know. No one else can make you happy except for yourself, so do that first, and then don't worry about it, and eventually something great is going to happen, because it just does. There's a path, I promise. It's going to be a good one.
Well said.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Dude, listen, man, don't worry about what happens, bro. Just
Sometimes it's tough.
I'm sure there's a lot of, at least a few girls at 21 and up that.
We should auction you off.
Ooh, no.
Should we?
Not selling myself a kambio.
Maria Lampropoulou. I think she says Greece loves you, so I think it's Greek. So I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it very well. It's not. Kendall, when did you start playing guitar? There was a song I wanted to learn from Taking Back Sunday called New American Classic. And my brother had a guitar, and I picked it up when I was 15, and I went online to ultimateguitartabs.com. And I know it's the future, guys. Went to ultimateguitartabs.com, and just, it made sense, you know, like pluck 5 here, and then, you know, 3 here, and then kind of put it together. And I learned the first song. It was actually, I think for me, it's like one of my more complicated songs, so it chose to pick that one to learn first. But I did that, and then I just learned like 100 songs after it of all my favorite stuff. And that's my advice to you guys, by the way. If you want to learn how to play guitar or play an instrument, learn your favorite songs first. Get great at them, and then those songs will inspire you to write your own music, because then you learn the chords, you know how to go from place to place, and you can figure that out. But I kept playing, and then Heffron Drive started, and I did that for a while, and then I got Big Time Rush, and it kind of, that one song, learning that one song led to my whole life starting. So pick up an instrument, play it, you never know what can happen. Dreams come true, right? That's another one of those
You usually have an odd track.
I know, right? That's an moment right there. Oh, this is a good one. At I_love_BTR ush. If a movie was made of your life, what Hollywood star would you get to play the leading role? Man, I don't know. I don't think that person is like that old yet, because I'm hoping to have like at least 20, 30 more years of interesting things happening. So the actor that would play my life would probably be younger than I am now. So it could be some really awesome actor that's undiscovered. You know what I mean? I know that's kind of a lame answer to the question, but if it was someone now, just someone ridiculous like Samuel L. Jackson to play Kendall. You gotta live it big time. I'm not yelling, this is just how I talk.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
I approve.
Yes. At Oh My James Maslow. Woo! Woo! Oh my. CoverGirl has really helped me with self-esteem issues. What inspired you to write it? I love you. I love you too. I have a friend of mine that I really care about, and she's really cool, and I think the world of her, and she might not have thought the world of herself. So I wrote a song about it, and then you guys heard it. So if it means something to you, I really appreciate it. And I've seen so many CoverGirl tattoos that it like blows me away. It's really cool, and the best moment of my life really is like on stage when you guys are singing the chorus at the end when we do our show, and that's really cool. So I'm glad it inspires you guys and makes you feel better, and it inspires me to write more music like that. So you'll be hearing Got a peace sign on my back and a heart on my sleeve.
There you go.
Literally.
Yeah. I think we're back in action.
And we're back. Sorry, guys. Lithium ion does run out.
Yeah.
If you could have, this is at iHeartCarlos, if you could have a $10,000 shopping spree to one store, which one would it be and how long would it take you to spend the $10,000? Well, I can tell you it wouldn't take very long at all. Where would I go? One store. I wouldn't go buy a car or anything like. I don't even think you'd really get that great of a car for $10,000. You get like a used Tercel or something like that for $10,000. One store, something like Target. You can get everything there. Did you know that? You can get everything there. It's amazing. Or Costco and just go like stock up on like a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And then if I was gonna go towards a little bit of my my habit, it would be clothes. I like buying clothes, so. Or Guitar Center. I didn't even realize, like when I was younger, I was like, I got my first guitar, oh my God, and then now I walk in and I have like 15 guitars now. I didn't even know how it happened. I swear, it's just like, it's cool, yeah, I'm gonna buy that because I love getting new guitars and the different types of wood on them and stuff, and then now I look and I'm like, there's like stacks of cases, so.
What's your favorite guitar?
I think the one that I bought myself originally, I pitched in and my grandparents pitched in, so it means a lot to me too, a Breedlove. But I have like 3 or 4 Fenders now, and I have like a Takamine and a Hofner, you know, like Paul McCartney's bass.
Oh, yeah.
I have like one of those and all kinds of stuff. So, so yes, Guitar Center, Barney's. I had to. Do you want to come to Universal Studios Florida again? Love to. You might just be in for a surprise. Wow, that's a really inappropriate question. What's the youngest you would date? What's the youngest you would date a girl? Don't ask that. What's going on here?
It's legal parameters here.
Yeah, there's a statute. You can look it up on Google.
Yeah.
How long do you intend to appear in the series? From at Nastia Stiva. It's a pretty name. As long as the show wants us to appear on it, really. I mean, we're doing a 4th season, and it's up to them if they want to do a 5th, and we'll see what happens. And we're going to have fun either way. This next season is just, I already have like 7 wardrobe changes for this first episode, and I can tell you they're ridiculous. Like, it's going to be funny. And there's lots of guest stars this year, actually. So I can't really tell you about it right now, but there is like quite a few. And the first episode might even be a little bit crazy with guest stars, so. Tune in. What's the thing that struck you most about Latin American countries? And that's from at Oreo Con Rush. Just beautiful place, beautiful people, sweet and nice people. And you guys got some good food down there. Man, Peru. Ceviche down there in Peru. Woo! Woo! Ashley Schaefer BMW. Woo! Yeah.
I like that.
My man. Have you already recorded songs for the 3rd album from at Lord Skeletti? Yes, so many, like 40 or 50, and we're gonna have to go through them all and shrink it down to like an album-sized bunch of songs. But it's gonna be great. There's so many songs that are really inspirational, and I think you guys are really gonna like it. And I hope that it just kind of takes grab. It's gonna be fun. So let's do a couple more questions, and then I'll see you guys later. Here we go. What's one thing we don't know about you? From at Laugh Love Logan, which I've seen her a lot actually, so hello. One thing you don't know about me. I gotta think. There's gotta be something. There's something I used to do in Kansas. Well, I grew up in Kansas. I did a lot of things. I had like a wheat field in my backyard, pretty much. Yeah, I know, right? And so we played paintball in the backyard with like the Walmart guns that you'd get for like $60, you know, and then like we'd run out there. And I was the youngest, so I didn't have a mask. So
Makes sense to a
Exactly, right? So I wore a ski mask and sunglasses. Now, the ski mask doesn't protect against your face getting slammed with a paintball. And that happened. I remember I thought I was doing well. And then I swiftly got a paintball right in the top of the lip. And it's like there was no protection at all. Just right to the face. And that wasn't good. That kind of like scared me away from paintball for a while. Until, and this might be that fun fact, I grew up in, me and my friends started a paintball team. And we started playing professionally. There is professional paintball, believe it or not. And we were called the Real Ballers, like R-E-E-L, ballers with a Z.
Nice.
Hashtag Real Ballers. We were sponsored for a brief time by a company called Empire, so that was pretty cool. And they gave us paint and clothes and stuff. And I worked my way up. I was never part of the starting 7. I was never part of the starting 7. So I worked my way up. And like some friends would leave, and then some friends would come and join the team again. So I kept going. We did maybe 4 like legitimate tournaments, like where we all flew to like Tampa and played in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. Like it was a real thing.
Everyone knows Tampa's the mecca of paintball.
Everybody knows Tampa. In Huntington Beach, actually, they had some really cool tournaments on the beach there. So it was really cool. Worked my way up. Finally got to the starting 7. And we played one tournament, and I did okay. You know, it was like we weren't that, these people were like nuts, like sliding. They were really great at wiping off if they got hit. Like they had like this really cool strategy about like cheating.
Yeah, cheating. Yeah. I really admired it.
Cheating.
Yeah.
Played the one tournament, and the whole team broke up. Just like that. Right when I made the starting 7. So that's something you might, I was, for a very brief time, at the age of 14, a professional paintball player. I think that's the way we wrap it up. So I had a great time talking to you guys. I'm sure I'll be back doing this again. I'd love to. I signed the wall, so you got to go check that out when you get a chance. And I'm up there with some pretty cool people, so I'm honored to be here. And keep sending questions. I might just answer them on my own Twitter and stuff. See you guys soon. Bye.